What's up, what's up, what's up? Desirae here. If you're new, if you're not freaking new, you already freaking knew that. Welcome back. So, if you're seeing this, new, old, it's not a coincidence. Because I am literally just you. You have manifested me on your screen. I am literally just your higher self speaking to you right now. So, let's get into the message. You gotta stop focusing on everybody else. This is for somebody who is like, why am I not manifesting? Because as you know, that is your whole purpose of ascension. That is the whole purpose of your experience here on earth, especially now. Look, you gotta stop focusing on what everybody else is doing, thinking, could do, would do, maybe do. You gotta stop doing that. You wanna know why? Because, as you've heard so many freaking times, we are all one being. We are all one being. We are all thinking from the mind of God, source, universe, whatever you want to call it. Look, your higher self. Look, 144 on the timer. This is about to activate you. Bantiaro okoro e shante ira akara kristora ahana batayeya. I'm getting strong presence of Archangel Gabriel. Look, listen up. You do understand that your light, your love is your attention. It is your awareness. And as you've heard before, where attention goes, energy flows. And where energy flows, that's what grows. And this is why it is so important for you to focus on what you want and only what you want. There is no fact here. There is no fact. You are the deciding factor in any outcome. Every end is a beginning and every beginning is an end. So what you declare to be fact for you, what you decide that you want. And I'm hearing this very clearly to tell you what is good for you is good for all because there is no separation. They're thinking what you're thinking. If you're wondering about telepathy, if you're wondering about thought transmission, we are all one being. So when you decide what it is that you want, whether it be a job, whether it be a relationship, whether it be a new house, whether it be whatever, just understand that people are the vehicles of bringing you what your heart desires because they are you. It is you giving it to you. But the moment you start thinking in terms of who's, what's, when's, where's, why's, woulda, coulda, shoulda, you are literally operating out of separation. You are literally operating out of fear. And what are you going to get when you do that? You're going to get more fear. You're going to get more separation. This is not about logic. This is not about logic. All logic stems from imagination. So look. The reason why you're not getting anywhere is because you're too focused on what that person might do, or that person's more qualified, or I don't have this, or I don't have that. Do you understand? Do you see where you're going wrong here? Think of it this way. How can I wish I had a pen and paper. I would explain this on pen and paper, like with pen and paper. But, okay, my hand, okay? Look, your judgment. So I'm hearing this very clearly. Stop being so hard on yourself. Asiamakua anaratiro ontare I soroto kontai kiamatai so ora ratora shamataiaka. Your heart cannot be opened if you are operating through fear. If you are operating through purely logic, you are operating through fear, my friend. Because logic is just based off of what someone once declared as fact, and everybody else decided to follow the leader. Okay? Collective agreement or collective thought forms, facts, are literally just the product of people not knowing that they're the ones making the rules. They're the ones calling the shots. They're the ones defining things. Nothing outside of them. So look. This is a hand, right? You see my hand, okay? It's all one being. This is all one being, okay? Now imagine this, my hand or my palm, where all my fingers are connected. That is source. That is all that is. 555 on the timer. That's all that is. And source has split off into different fingers, okay? And imagine that this is the mind of God, this is source, and these are different people, okay? It's all still one being because it's all still a hand, right? Following me? So it's all one. But these are different extensions of the one. And then all these ones keep getting different thought forms or different ideas, different desires, okay? If this little piggy or this, if this one is like, oh, we're just going to use like a job, okay? This one applies for a job and fact tells it that this, that, and the other thing is going to make it hard for them or separate from their outcome. But the fact is that idea to have that job or that desired job came from the mind of God, okay? So this one, the person that wants the job, the finger that wants the job, is literally thinking, oh, this person's more qualified, that person's going to give the job to somebody else, so I don't have this qualification. You are now taking this, which is connected to everybody else, and now these other ones are going to think, oh, I'm going to give it to another person. Oh, they're not qualified. I'm the one that's getting, you see what I'm saying, okay? But if this one just focused purely on, nope, that's my job, that's my job, that's my job, what it wants, the job, all these different people are going to think the thoughts that are going to give this one the job. Does that make sense? But when you take your light, you take your awareness, and you start focusing on everybody else, the vehicles of what brings you what it is that you desire, they are going to think what you are thinking, period. Because we are all connected through the one mind, the one source, consciousness. You are all one being. Well, let's take love for example, okay? These two people have been in a long-term relationship, okay? And this one starts feeling insecure, okay? Or feeling like someone's better than them. This is why you should always know that you are the best and that everybody else is the best too. But you should know that you're the best and that nobody compares to you. That should be your concept because that's how God would think, right? But anyways, this one gets all insecure and thinking thoughts that do not create a harmonious relationship. And they get in a little, this one's going to start thinking those thoughts too. That are going to prove this one right. Because you are just source experiencing itself through the mirror of reality. It's all one mind. Okay? So then, they get a little breakup. Okay? Because, you see what I'm saying? Or this one's like, oh my God, we're going to break up. Or I'm worried we're going to break up. Or I'm worried I'm going to be abandoned. Well, this one's going to start thinking the thoughts that is going to create that. Now, if you focus on love, if you focus on commitment, harmony, peace, what it is that you want, this one's going to think the thoughts that are in harmony with that. But you're never, ever, ever. You're never, ever, ever. It's just not possible. Going to think good things or think about what you want and then have the world display the opposite. Think about it. It is all one being. What is good for you is good for all. Understand that. What is good for you is good for all, because all is source, all is God, all is love. So stop creating judgments, because judgments, they create separation. At the end of the day, all of these fingers are still the hand, and they're all the same. They're all equal. They're just fingers. But this finger is getting a specific concept of itself, an idea of itself, a history, an identity, a personality, that it creates what appears to be separation, what appears to be individuation. But the truth of the matter is, 11:11 on the timer, is they're all equal. They're all neutral. They're all 0 point energy. They're all the same thing. They're source creator. They're all part of the same one mind, the same hand. Are you feeling what I'm saying here? Stop creating judgments. Stop creating separations. Stop asking yourself and trying to figure out how, why, when, where, or applying facts, outside facts, to what it is you desire, and purely focus on you and only you. 11:44. I just saw that. You and only you. What makes you feel passionate. Don't worry about everything else. That's how this works. You focus on what you want, and this mind is going to bring the people, is going to bring the opportunities, is going to bring you what you need to make this happen. But as soon as you start thinking about all the things that could go wrong or might go wrong, or this happened before, or that might happen now, and blah, 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 you are literally self-sabotaging. You are literally separating yourself. You are not operating through unity. Focus on what you want and only what you want, and watch the miracles happen. I cannot tell you. I have a list. A list. Maybe even a whole fucking book of favorable and not so favorable things I've experienced in my life that prove this to be the fact. So, I love you all. Focus on you and only you. Stop thinking about what everybody else is doing, because they're you. So whatever you think they're doing, or what they're thinking, or what they're gonna do, or what they used to do, and blah, 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 there's only now. There's only right now. Okay? So it doesn't matter about what they maybe did, or what you maybe did, or what they might do, or what you might. It doesn't matter. All that matters is that you focus your attention on what it is that you want. Know that creation is finished, and know that it is being brought to you right here, right now. And everything is in your favor. Everything favors you. Everything is always benefiting you. You're the best. You're the greatest. You got to think like God, like Source. You think God's up there like, oh, there's someone more qualified than me. There's somebody more powerful than me. There's somebody better than me. No. And the beautiful thing is when you start recognizing that you're Source, you are literally activating that within the people around you. And that, my friend, is how collective consciousness wakes up, is by you focusing on you, and you focusing on giving yourself the love that you are, and realizing you are the source of the love that you receive. You are the source of the desire. You are the desire. Otherwise, you would not desire it. You're not separate from it. It's already you, here and now, because there is only here and now. I could keep rambling, but I'm not going to do that. I love you all. If anybody would love to connect with me, if anybody wants assistance, wants help, I'm here. Information below. I've got a few new options coming out soon and ways to connect with me. Love you all. Mwah! Have a beautiful day, and I will see you on another video.